everybody. Tiny House Dreaming here. It's Tuesday. Sorry I had to roll the window up so you guys can hear me. But it's Tuesday and I have been assigned my truck. I just happened to go in this morning. I was asking a few questions, talked to my old DM since I now know who my new DM is. Now that I know who my new DM is, I talked to my new DM or driver manager, fleet manager, whatever you want to call him. I talked to him this morning. I talked to my old driver manager this morning, and I happened to stop by Success Leasing to ask a few questions because I was strongly considering, just while I'm here waiting, to just go lease right off the gate. Like, I think I'm probably going to go lease a couple weeks to maybe a month or two in. But after talking to a few people, and I really have built a trust level for my trainer's DM, that was my DM while I was on TNT phase. He's a really smart guy. He sat down with me and took his time, broke down numbers, calculated like how much I would make as a company driver and how much I would make as a lease driver, did all the math with me about for each mile per hour, like if I ran 56, 57, 58, over 60 miles per hour. He broke it down, like fuel charges, all, like, he was awesome. And gave me some good advice, which I'm gonna follow. So I am staying company for right now. It might only last 2 weeks. It might last until August. I'm not quite sure. You guys will know as soon as I know, I'm sure. But I am in my truck. I was assigned a truck. This is the company truck. So I knew this morning if I wanted to stay company that they did have me a pre-assigned truck. And since I just happened to go up to them and ask them today, I was able to like get the paperwork to my truck. They give you like 5 or 6 sheets of paperwork that you have to fill out. It's like a checklist. You have to check all types of things on your truck. And check off if they're not in good condition or something's wrong. You have to make notes, very thorough. And right now where I am in is I'm in the shop. See, my truck is one of many that's in the shop, because once you figure out what's wrong, or like you find things, little things that's wrong. It doesn't have to be big things. Like one thing was my driver's side seatbelt was super dirty, like super dirty. So he called Freightliner, got a brand new seatbelt, and they replaced that for me. My APU had a minor leak under there. I wasn't sure if they were at my truck. Under the bunk, there's like the hoses for the APU that come up in the truck. There was like something leaking on the floor. I'm not sure if it was just maybe something sticky. He said maybe the detail shop sprayed something. I wasn't sure if it was a leak or not, but anything I wasn't sure about, I listed on the paper just because I'm not a mechanic. I wanted them to check to make sure. But he called me a little bit ago. I was at the hotel waiting for a call. He said that everything's done with my truck. I noticed one thing. My shift knob, I am in a manual, guys. I'm in a 2016 manual Freightliner. It's going to be due back into the yard here in Missouri in August. That's when its time as a truck with Prime is over. So after that, if I stay company, I will probably go into a 2019 automatic. But you know, until August, this is what I have, unless I go lease before then, and I pick the truck that I go lease in. But the shifter is like weirdly turned to the side, and I asked him to turn it back. So I see that hasn't been done. And there was my pre-pass, and these are the things when you go over like tolls or you go through weigh stations, those weigh in motion stations as you go down freeways. This will blink to let you know that you don't have to actually pull in. It looks like I have brand new windshields, so they didn't mount the pre-pass and the easy pass, which is the toll. The easy pass one is the toll for different states. So I'll have to see what happened with that. But yeah, this is my truck. Have a brand new mattress. The top bunk is folded back. It's hard for me to like really give you guys a tour because I'm in here in the shop and it's dark in here, but I just wanted to check in with you guys and actually show you. So like when you do bring your truck in for inspection, you pull it in and they will go through everything on the list, and everything that you like, any problems you found, you put it on the first page and they will go off one by one and make sure that those are all, like, they'll either double check them to make sure that you were correct and those things are actually broken, but if they are, they will start fixing them. What else? I had like a reflective tape on the back outside that I could get an actual DOT violation or get a ticket fine for. So I put that on my list to get fixed, and I wonder if it got fixed. I should walk outside and see. It's a black truck. I didn't want a green truck. I feel like I've been stuck with green truck. But let's see if the reflector. Yep. It was right up there. You can't even see it on camera right now. Yeah, I don't even see the reflective tape. Oh wait, am I looking high enough? No, there we go. That little strip up there, the one going, you know, sideways, was missing. But yeah, this is my truck that I will be with. That's it. Black with purple or dark blue, I'm not sure what you would want to call it. And I'm just sitting in it because Adam is the guy I've been dealing with. I think this might be him walking up. Nope, that wasn't him. There, everybody. So I'm back. Here's the inside of my truck. That's the bunk. It's just pushed up against the wall. If you ever wanted to put it down, you just twist that and it falls right down and it sits on like these two platforms. But there's my bed made up. I went and bought my bedding this morning. It's a twin size bed. It's a regular mattress. It was a brand new mattress. I actually pulled the plastic off a few minutes ago. I have my cleaning supplies that I use to like scrub all the cabinets, this is like soft leatherette type stuff. I scrubbed all of that down, scrubbed my armrest down, my dash down, but that's how my dash looks. My garbage bag, it's my grocery bag. But yeah, this is the inside. Like, this is your closet. I have to buy like hangers not sure if I want to hang hangers, but I put my clothes in and my towel. But there's like the bar up there. And I just have like all my clothes folded and put up there. And I have this is where your fridge would go. That's my dirty clothes bag just tossed there. You have another like little empty cabinet here. There's a cabinet up here that I have stuff, my Triscuits, my Kashi Goleen cereal, salt and pepper, ginger roots, and soup. What else? Like, there's a little drawer here, and then you can lift up. I just put my notebook down there. There's a drawer down there that I have like my vitamins and some Pepto-Bismol I had bought when I got super nauseous out on the road. But this is it. Like, I still haven't done everything to it, obviously. Like, what's happening today, like, I made that video yesterday. I got it out the shop. They called me back. Everything was good with it. There's a part on the tire that needs to, like, they're gonna switch out my tire because it doesn't have, like, it was retreaded or something. If you guys hear that, my AP just kicked on and the air is coming out now. But what am I trying to say? Yeah, I got it retreaded, or it got retreaded, the tire, but it still might not pass DOT. So like, the shop told me have them swap it out. So I'm here parked, like, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm just parked, like, the shop bay is right behind me, the tire bay. But I made an appointment to get the tire swapped. They put it at midnight because my DM wants me to just stay one more night overnight. So I'm gonna stay at the hotel and my truck will stay here. I gave them a set of keys, so they're just gonna pull it in for me at midnight, swap out the tire. My DM will be here at well, he's not my DM anymore. The old DM I had with my trainer, he's gonna find me a load to leave the yard. And then from that point on, my DM in Utah will be like my ongoing DM. But this DM is really cool. He really knows his stuff. And he told me if I ever need him to, like, call him for advice or whatever. And he's a lease operator's fleet manager or driver manager, whatever you want to call it. So like, even if I wanted him to be my DM because I stay company for a little bit, he can't be. But you know, he was like, once you switch over to lease, even he won't be my DM most likely because he's here in Missouri. They like for your DM to be at your home terminal. But he just said if you ever need questions or if you have any concerns or you're not sure about something when you switch over to lease, you know, feel free to always give me a call and ask, and I don't mind answering any questions. He's really cool, so I appreciate that. But he's going to help me find a load out of here tomorrow morning, so I won't be able, even though the tire thing is the last thing that I need to do. Well, I do need to go through the wash bay and get the outside of my truck washed, but I will probably wait to talk to my DM and see if I am going to be picking up a trailer here, maybe an empty or maybe a trailer that was headed somewhere that somebody, you know, got stuck here and wasn't able to deliver. And I might as well get the truck and whatever trailer I'm picking up washed. If I'm picking up here, I might, and I'm pretty sure I will be. I think company drivers don't ever bobtail out of the terminal. So I will probably be picking up a load, whether it's empty or loaded, from this terminal. But I figure if I'm going through the wash bay and spending the time anyways, I might as well get their trailer washed. So I'm going to wait till after I get dispatched out to get the outside of the truck washed. But pretty much that's all I have left to do. But he wanted me to finish out my week so I have a full week of guarantee pay. Because, like, you know, while I'm going through the upgrade process, I found out that I am getting paid while I'm going through this process. And, like, tomorrow will be my 7th day. So he was like, instead of just cutting a week short, go ahead and see out tomorrow, and then we'll dispatch you out on Thursday morning, which works for me because that gives me time to do the tires. And I guess while I'm sitting on the video with you guys, I can kind of show you if I can get the paper opened up. There's this checklist that it's like, I had one that wasn't messed up. I was trying to keep it unfolded for you guys because I knew I would show you eventually. But it's a checklist of things you need when you are pulling your first load out of the yard. So like the parts room, you need like oil, antifreeze, windshield washer, APU filters, spare fuses, marker lights, headlights, glad hand seals. Like, these are all extra things in case while you're out these things fail or, you know, you need to replace them. The company store, you need to buy your detention stamp, which is, I bought mine today. If you're a company driver, these stamps cost $18. If you're a company driver, you don't have to pay for them, but if you ever lose it, you do have to pay to replace them. If you're a lease driver, you do have to pay for these, like the very first one out the gate. But they're $18. There's a pulp thermometer. You don't have to have that to actually leave the yard, but it is recommended. Some shippers, I have never been to a shipper, and you see it's the second part that I'm reading from, pulp thermometer. I've never been to a shipper who asked to actually test the pulp. Is like you're testing the temperature of the items in your trailer to make sure that everything is at the right temperature, although I won't get into the details of that. But I haven't been asked to test with a pulp thermometer yet, but I've heard that some shippers, especially like down in Florida, they will ask you to test. So you do want to have a pulp thermometer. Prime sells them. I think there was like $6 something in the shop. I think you can buy them from Walmart for probably $2-3. So some of the things on the list, like there's only 2 things you have to leave the yard on your first load. That's your detention stamp, which is up there, and where did I put them? There's a 3-pack of locks, which I haven't even opened the box yet. They cost, you can see the price, $122. And yes, you do have to pay for them. Here is my receipt, $122. Yep, there we go. So those are the 2 things you have to get, the locks and the detention stamp. And you don't see the detention stamp on the receipt because, like I said, I'm a company driver. Prime paid for that, but if I ever lose it, I do have to repay. And I don't know, like, can I open this box? I'll show you guys the 3 sets of items that cost $122. Sorry. So yeah, here's the box open. This is my first time actually opening the box. There it is. Let me actually sit back here. It's a little bit more comfortable. There it is. This is your lock that goes over these. So when you're leaving your truck, you can lock this. See, it fits over, so nobody can steal your truck because they're not able to release the brakes to take the truck. And it's called an air cuff lock. This like little paper, I guess, shows you how to use it. Then there's locks that are in newspaper. This is your lock. This skinny lock is for your low lock. It's rack that's on the outside behind here. There's like a little slit that your low locks can fit into. This locks that so people at truck stops or whatever can't steal your low locks. And then this big lock, and they have like different types of keys. And like these are how the keys look. They're not like, I don't know if you can see them. It's not like a key with like grooves like a house key. It's actually like a weird looking key. But the bigger lock is for you to lock up your trailer. So like even though the customer puts a seal on your trailer, you always want to put your own lock so nobody can come, because seals are easy to break. They can be cut with a wire cutter if they're metal. This lock is very hard to break. That's like, these are really good locks. Why they cost $122 for just 3 locks. But you always want to use your lock on the outside of a loaded trailer to make sure that nobody steals the stuff. I mean, this lock isn't going to stop somebody if they really wanted to, but it definitely is a deterrent. Some people think if you just have a seal on there that like that's going to stop somebody. Like you can break a seal just like when the shipper, you take this off when you get to the shipper before you pull off from the ship, or when you pull off from the receiver, you put this on after they put their seal on. Or sometimes if it's a drop-in hook, the trailer will already be sealed. And when you get to the receiver, of course, you have to take this off before you can open up your doors and back up to a dock. So, or like if you're dropping and hooking, you always want to remove, if you're new, remember to remove your lock before you just pull off from the trailer, because you're the only one with this key. Each lock has a different key. So the next driver is not going to be able to come along and open this lock. They're going to call you back, or somebody's going to have to pay for a lock removal service, and I'm sure they'll charge it to your truck. So be mindful of that. But that's how the locks look. Let me make sure I put my keys back in my thing. I guess I don't need this newspaper that the locks were in. But what else is on here? An atlas, jumper cables. These are all things you can get at the company store, but if you know you can buy them somewhere else cheaper, you're able to actually pull out of inbound or outbound without the things. The only 2 things that you do need are the locks and the detention stamp, because you can't get the lock. The locks are something Prime requires you to use. Like they're not going to let you just go out and buy a different type of lock. This is the lock they want you to have on it. So that's why I say you need to have them from here before you leave, because you're not going to just stop somewhere and be able to buy it, nor you're going to be able to buy their detention stamp. Safety vest, you'll already have that. If you take PSD here, you get a safety vest as part of your orientation fee. Gloves, you will probably already have those as well, because if you are at this stage where you're pulling off on your own truck, that means you have been through TNT phase, and during TNT phase, I mean, you're running enough where you'll probably had already bought gloves. Like I have my gloves for my trainer's truck. Thank you, trainer, because he paid for them. Small set of tools, optional. Like see on the paper, it says, I'm reading from right here by my brim, it says optional, and then Glad hand air hose is optional. Then next is the driver's lineup. You need comm checks, trip sheets, fuel book, a permit book, and a paper log book. Those are all things that once you come out here, you'll know what those are. I won't take my time explaining those things. Then when you actually, at the very bottom, number 4, when you go through the outbound, is like when you're actually hooked up to your trailer and you're leaving the terminal for good. Then on your first trip out, you'll let them know that I need low locks. They'll put them in your low lock thing. And I'll jump out in a second to show you guys like the low lock rack and just to kind of show you the truck. Although I think you saw it in the video earlier that I made yesterday, because today's Wednesday. Tire chains. And I won't read all of that, but it gives you like exactly, you need 2 for super single, like one it is, you know, it breaks it down for you what type. You need lumper receipts, door seals, and anti-gel, which you all get those things from the outbound. And I'm going to have the outbound still put up my pre-pass and stuff, because I never made it over there yesterday. I think I talked about that in my video. But let me see. I'm going to go outside and show you guys the low locks. And it's outside. I'll just walk around my truck really quick. Although keep in mind it's dirty. And this is a company truck. So they want to like fix the stuff. Like there's some, whoever had this truck before, or it could have been multiple people, I'm not sure. I got my key in my pocket. Yes, I love my little key ring, you guys. It's a little colorful unicorn, so fitting for me. I am a kid at heart, believe that. See, I can show you the patch. You see this spot? When I was in the shop yesterday, he marked this. This is something that the tractor shop doesn't fix. Because behind me, how there's bays. The tire bay is like over here somewhere. But this is the patch that he was talking about. If a DLT officer stopped me, it might get away, it might not. And why go out there on a mic? So I want to get a new tire put on to make sure that I am okay. But the low lock rack that I was talking about is that. I don't know. I can't see what I'm pointing at, but I think I'm pointing in the right direction. It's over here somewhere. Above that metal thing. Oh, there we go. It's up there. And right here is like a little place where the lock can go. You would have load locks. Like, I'm trying to see. That truck doesn't, like, okay. There's a green truck somewhere over here, and there's like metal poles. I can't really see what I'm looking at on the screen. And the purple truck, they have the metal poles behind the truck. Those are what load locks are. But anyways, if you want to see my truck, and I'm at this point, I'm going to use you guys as witnesses. Because I do need to record this. I mean, I wrote all of this stuff on paper. But like there's scratches. My bottom fairing is, or I don't know what that's called actually, is like rips. Like, I don't know, a rip in it. And like up here, there's some damage. And like when the tractor guy seen that, he was like, you need to go to the body shop and make an appointment for them to fix it. But I don't want to be stuck here while they fix it. I don't really care about any of that. But like there's some damage right here and on the deer guard. The worst thing, and people are gonna think I don't know how to drive, is look, it's like completely sliced. I can put my hand, the metal is just sliced open. But this is my truck. It's a 2016. It's a manual. I think you guys probably saw the gear, whatever it's called, the shifter. I don't even know what that thing is called. The stick? Not really sure. I need to get my fifth wheel greased. See, that's a greased fifth wheel, freshly greased. Mine is not fresh. Mine doesn't have any grease on it at all, actually. It definitely needs to be greased. So I'm going to have Outbound do that as well. But that's my truck. Yeah, this is it. But it's dirty. Like there's like dust and stuff. So yeah, I'm saying like, yeah, I don't know if you can see like the dirt on the truck and like water spots. So I'm gonna be going to get it washed. And like, see, here's my little dirty gloves where I said you'll still have your gloves from your trainer. I always keep my gloves right here because it's easy. Like once you hop out the truck and you're about to fuel up, that's usually like, or if you're opening doors or something is what you use the gloves for. But it's right here at like arm's level. So once you get out the truck, you can just pick them up, put them on, take them, and do whatever you want with them. Some people keep them in the door, but I don't really want to keep them in the door. I don't know why. Just got in the habit of doing it that way, so I guess it's just out of habit. But yeah, here's my shifter. He did fix it, so he had me. The reason why he didn't fix it yesterday, he wanted me to actually put my hand on it and see where my hand falls. So it's twisted to me. But yesterday it was like twisted this way. I don't know what type of hand that person had. This way it's kind of twisted that away a little bit. But yeah, anyways, so there you go. That's my truck from the driver's seat. And my little rug down there. I got my shoes. I'm wearing my pink Crocs. But somebody asked me what a lightweight is. I guess the other day in some video I was saying something about they were trying to give me a lightweight and I didn't want one. People don't know what that is. It's a type of truck that basically it's a truck that's missing the cabinet space and like the bunk bed is literally right behind the seats. A Freightliner lightweight has a little bit more space than the International lightweight. There's a lot over there for Success Leasing where they have all the trucks for lease. And David actually picked his truck that he wants, and it's a lightweight. So I'm going to try to sneak over there and get some footage of the inside of the lightweight so you guys can really see the difference. Because at this point, you saw the cabinets, you kind of see. I'm going to try to hold the camera up enough where you can see the space. Like I have the space for the rug and stuff between the seats. When we get over there, you'll kind of see the difference between this truck, which is just a condo. This is what they call a condo. Because I don't know why they call it condo, but they do. So you'll see the difference between a condo and a lightweight truck. If you take a lightweight truck and you're a company driver here at Prime, you'll make 5 cents more per mile. So in starting off, you make 42 cents per mile. So as a company driver, that's what I'll be making, 42 cents per mile. If you start off and you accept a lightweight, which if you're a single guy or something and you're not planning on cooking and like, because really the space is like mainly the refrigerator. Like I can deal, because you have space under the bunk here. And I guess I could, well, no, because I'm going to have to lift it up and all of that. I'll show you at some point, not too long from now. But you do have space under the bunk. And in the Freightliner lightweight, there's space under the bunk. So if you have clothes or whatever, shoes, you can always put your clothes and your shoes and stuff under the storage space under the bunk. The only big thing is that lightweights don't really have this cabinet for a fridge. So if you're going to be planning on cooking and stuff like that on your truck, that would be the biggest missing spot. I mean, like this does have like behind me, it does have that cabinet for like clothes and stuff. But like I said, you can always like substitute the clothes part with the space under the bunk, but you can't really put the fridge under the bunk, you know. So like that's the part that you're really losing on. But if you're like a single guy where you're not really planning on cooking, it might behoove you to take a lightweight and get 5 cents per mile. Because I mean, when you count 5 cents times, if you're running 3,000 miles, I mean that's a good, you know, addition to your paycheck every week if you don't need that space. Most people don't want lightweight, so like that's why they try to push them on people. If you lease, the lightweights are a little bit cheaper for lease. So like David, like I said, is going to take a lightweight. He kind of did the math and he figured with the miles that he would be running, and how much his lease payments would be, he would be saving about, I mean, he would be making about an extra $11,000 a month by taking a lightweight and having those lower payments. So I will try to, he just texted me. I've been waiting for him. Like I've been scrubbing my truck. He was in his logs class today. He's coming out and meeting me in the cafe in the Millennium Building, which is literally just right there. So I'm gonna go, but before we go off of the lot, I'm gonna see if we can walk over there, and I'll use the truck that he really wants as an example, because we've been crawling in and out of that truck like all day yesterday, all day today. So one more time filming it on video shouldn't really matter. So I will talk to you guys later. Hope everybody's having a good day. Won't get you. Hey guys, it's TinyHouseDreaming back again. We are over at the section where like all the lease trucks are. So like all of these trucks have keys in them. The doors are open. You can keep coming, David. I'm not getting him on the camera, but he's right here with me. But you can go into any of these trucks like as you're coming over here looking, like they're all here. And I'm trying to like position myself so I don't get him on camera, which is not easy to do. But look at the pink truck. I think it's going to be for lease. Like some of these are companies, some of them are lease. But I love that truck. Like you guys know that would be perfect for me. But here is a lightweight for the person who is asking what a lightweight is. So I'm just going to hop inside really quick. This truck right next to us is like really close. But this is a lightweight 2018 Freightliner. And it's missing the seat because it's a lightweight. Some people put a fridge right there. But look, you see how the chair's right here and then the bunk's right there? It has no, there's no cabinet space. There's an above cabinet space up here. There's no top bunk. And again, no cabinet space. There's 2 little windows on each side. The dash and everything looks exactly the same. This is an automatic, so Freightliner automatics, this is how they look. But for the most part, everything else is the same. Qualcomm setup the same. You know, driver's side seat and everything looks the same. But this is a lightweight. Basically, there's not the big hump like in the condo. But for anybody who is wondering, and you do get a new mattress, this truck has to go to detail. This is the one David wants. So we've been like living in it, not living in it really, but you know, we've been in it so much, like getting a feel for it. That it needs to go to detail and then go to the tire shop. So it's going to get new tires and it's going to get a new bed and cleaned up or whatever. But just to give you an idea of what the lightweights look like, that's what they look like. This is the outside of it. I can't really get too far away from it because there's a truck like literally right there. But yeah, this is his, hopefully it's gonna be his truck. I feel good about it. I feel like this truck fits him. So hope that helps you. For the person who asked what a lightweight is, that's what a lightweight is. All right, talk to you guys later.